Welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about angle relationships in triangles, but this time we're going to have some equations that we have to use. So before we do that, remember the two different theorems that you've already learned. The triangle sum theorem, which says that all angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, and the exterior angle theorem, which tells us that the exterior angle is equal to the measurements, the sum of the measurements of the two remote interior angles. All right, we're going to do a few problems together, and then you'll have an opportunity to practice on your own. So the very first example, it says we have a triangle, and it says to write an equation that shows the relationship between the angles of the triangle. So really remember here, though, that this right here, this right angle, and right angles measure 90 degrees. So an equation that I could come up with here is 3x plus 1, that's one of the angles, plus 2x plus 4, that's another angle, plus the third angle of 90 is equal to 180 degrees. And we know that because all angles in a triangle equal 180. Now it says to solve the equation to find x. And I'm actually going to have to do that down below because I don't really have enough space. So I'm going to rewrite that equation down here. Okay, and so if I solve this equation, my very first step is I have to combine my like terms. So on this side I have a 3x plus a 2x. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. And then I have positive 1 plus 4 plus 90. So that would be 5 plus 90 or 95. And it's positive, so I'm going to write plus 95. Then I'm going to bring down the equals and the 180. And now I can finish solving this. So I'm going to subtract 95 on each side, leaving me with 5x. And if I do 180 minus 95, so 10 minus 5 would be 5, and 17 minus 9 is 8. I end up with 85. And then to finish solving for x, I divide both sides by 5. So I'm going to do 85 divided by 5. And you are allowed to use a calculator. So that's going to be 17. So now I know that x is 17. I'll write it right here. I'm going to highlight it. Okay, and then part C, determine the measure of the angles in the triangle. So we already know that one of the angles is 90 degrees. Another angle was represented by the expression 3x plus 1. Well, if we know that x is 17, we can find 3 times 17 plus 1. So that would be 51 plus 1, or 52 degrees. I'm going to highlight that 90. And then my third angle was represented by the expression, hold on, let me fix that. There we go. My third angle is represented by the expression 2x plus 4. So I'm going to do 2 times 17 plus 4. Well, 2 times 17 is 34, and 34 plus 4 is 38. So the three angles in the triangle are 52, 38, and 90 degrees. Okay, let's try another problem. There we go. In this one, it says write an equation that shows the relationship between the angles of the triangle. So in this particular example, we see that this angle is an exterior angle and measures 140 degrees. Now that 3x plus 4 should be for angle S, and then angle T is 8x plus 4. Angle S and angle T are remote interior angles to my exterior angle here. So what does that mean? It means I can use the exterior angle theorem. So when I do this, I'm going to write down the equation. So I'm going to write that the exterior angle of 140 is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles, is equal to 3x plus 4 plus the other angle is 8x plus 4. So I'm going to solve this equation, and when I do, that will tell me part B, the value of x. So the first thing that I'm going to need to do, I have like terms that can be combined. So the 3x plus 8x So that would be 11x. And then I can also do 4 plus 4, which is 8. Then I'm going to subtract 8 on each side. So that gives me 132 equals 11x. Then divide both sides by 11. So now we know that the value of x is 12. Oops. Okay, part C says determine the measure of angle F. So angle S is this angle right here, which is represented by the expression 3x plus 4. Well, if x is 12, we're going to do 3 times 12 plus 4. So that would be 36 plus 4 or 40. So this angle is 40 degrees. Let's try another problem. Okay. Looking at number 3, it says to determine the measure of angle V. Notice that you have been given expressions for all 3 angles in this triangle, so we can set up an equation. So the first thing I'm going to write down is 7x plus 4 plus the next angle I see is 5x plus 3 plus my third angle is 2x plus 5. And all of these angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. So now I'm going to solve this equation. I have like terms here, 7x plus 5x plus 2x. So that's going to be 14x. And then I have additional like terms, 4 plus 3 plus 5. So that would be 12. So plus 12 equals 180. So when I solve for x, I'm going to subtract 12 on each side. So I get that 14x is equal, and now I'm going to do 180 minus 12, and I get 168. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 14, and I get 12. Now, the question is find the measurement of angle V. So that's this angle right here. So V is represented by the expression 5x plus 3. So if I know that x is 12, I'm going to do 5 times 12 plus 3, or 60 plus 3. So angle V would be 63 degrees. Okay, so now I want you to try a few on your own. I want you to go ahead and do problems. Okay, do problems 4, 5, 6, and 7. So pause the video and complete those now. Welcome back. Hopefully you did well on these problems. So I'm going to show you the answers, and you'll need to pause the video periodically so that you can check your answers. So here's number 4. Here are problems 5 and 6. Remember to pause the video. And here's number 7. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on problem 8 together. So in number 8 it says, in triangle ABC, the measurement of angle C is equal to 3y minus 10. The measurement of angle B is equal to y plus 40, and the measurement of angle A equals 90. What is the measure of angle C? So they've given us expressions for 2 of the angles and the actual measurement of angle C. We remember that all angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I can add all these expressions together and set that equal to 180. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So angle C was 3y minus 10, plus angle B is y plus 40, plus angle A is 90, and together that's going to add up to 180 degrees. Now I'll solve for y, and once I know the value of y, I can find the actual measurement of angle C. So the first thing I'm going to do is combine my like terms here. So 3y plus y makes 4y. And then I'm going to do negative 10 plus 40 plus 90. Negative 10 plus 40 would be 30, and 30 plus 90 would be positive 120. So plus 120. And I'm going to bring down the equals 180. Now the next step would be to subtract 120 on each side. So 4y is going to be equal to 60. And then divide both sides by 4. So now I know that y is 15. 60 divided by 4 is 15. Now if I want to find the measurement of angle C, C is represented by the expression 3y minus 10. So y we now know is 15. So we'll do 3 times 15 minus 10. So 3 times 15 is 45. Minus 10 is 35. So that angle will measure 35 degrees. All right, we are going to skip over number 9 and 10. So I want you to write skip in great big letters for 9 and 10 for me. And then let's look at number 11. So 11 says to find the value of x, then find the measures of the angles listed below. So in order for me to find the value of x, notice that I have expressions for each of the angles within the triangle. All angles of a triangle add up to 180, so I'm going to set it up. 2x plus 5x plus 40 is equal to 180. Well, the 2x and 5x can be combined, making 7x plus 40 equals 180. Then I'm going to subtract 40 on both sides. So 7x is equal to 140. Then divide both sides by 7. X is 20, which I'll write on this line. Remember that if I'm moving too fast, you can pause the video at any point. All right, now we have to find the measurement of angle ABC. So angle ABC is this angle right here. And so that is an exterior angle of the triangle. This angle measurement, we'll call it y, is going to be equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles, which are the 2x and the 5x. So that's going to be equal to 2x plus 5x, whatever 2x plus, oh, let me move my camera here. There we go. Whatever 2x plus 5x is. Well, we know that 2x plus 5x is 7x, and we know now that x is 20, so 7 times 20, which is 140. So that angle would be 140 degrees. Okay? Actually, maybe I should not have done it in that color. Let's try that again. 140 degrees. I'll highlight it in the yellow so you can see it better. Okay, and then we have to find the measurement of angle BCD. So BCD. Well, that angle is represented by the expression 5x. Well, if x is 20, we're going to do 5 times 20, which is 100. So that would be 100 degrees. So BCD is the green one, and that's going to be 100 degrees. Okay, now it is your turn. You're going to do problems 12 and 13. So pause the video and complete those problems now. Okay, now that you've had a chance to do problems 12 and 13, you're going to want to pause this video so you can get this information copied down and compare your answers to the work that I'm showing you here. Hopefully you did well. So remember that if you have any questions, be sure to bring them to your teacher. Once you've submitted this assignment, you'll be ready to do your independent practice. Good luck.